I don't know what is it that as soon as I turn on this mic, I'm having a hard time thinking about what I want to say. My mind just goes blank. But yeah, it's been months since I uploaded a YouTube video. I got a comment on that. November 23rd of 2019 was the last time I uploaded a video. And even that video was kind of just like, let me just upload something and get something out there. Like, I don't know, it's just been so much going on in my life. I haven't really been motivated by a lot. I've been dealing with a lot, but things happen. Maybe I'll talk about it in another video. Hopefully I'll do a story time. I gotta get my creative juices flowing first. But we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, a lot's happened since November 23rd, the things with Trump, the news, Kobe Bryant. Um, I don't know if you guys watch basketball. I watch a lot of basketball. Lots of trades going on. Hell, recently, D'Angelo just got traded to the Timberwolves, and we got, Andrew Wiggins. And you guys didn't know, I'm definitely a Warriors fan and a Knicks fan. I know, bandwagon. That's not the case. I actually just like the way they play. I like the players. I like I like the playing style. I like the coaches. Just everything about the Warriors organization. I just love. That's why even today they're dead last in the league, and I'm still watching them. But on a sadder note, but still on the basketball related topic, we're gonna talk about Kobe Bryant and just his death and all the things surrounding it. I'm not gonna go too in depth about his about his passing. You guys can go look that up. Maybe I'll talk about it in a separate video. But this video in particular is gonna be talking about the things related to his death and just people, just miserable people, or just people that are just so focused on their own thing that they're not really, you know, understanding like what they're doing. And I'm not gonna name anybody in particular, but it's the individuals that as soon as he passed, all of a sudden, there's this conversation we have to have about his rape case. And in most cases, yeah, as crazy as it sounds, like in most cases, I would be like, you know what? Yeah, we need to have that conversation, especially if something, bad happened recently or even in the past that was never addressed. But that's the thing. In this particular situation, that situation got handled all around. He did something that he knew was bad. He acknowledged that it was a bad situation. He reached out to the victim. Just the, you know, the situation was handled with the victim, and then there were a lot of things that he did to try to make up for it publicly and stuff like that. I don't know anything about the man's personal life in that regard, but that's what we do know. And again, I'm not saying that that automatically means you completely forget everything that happened, but at the same time, I just don't. It just doesn't sit right with me when you bring that up when the man's body is literally still strung out on the field, or still being examined by the medical examiner, not even in the ground yet. You know what I mean? Like not even in the casket yet. Like his family hasn't even identified the man yet, and you guys are bringing this stuff up, and that's the thing that really bothers me. It's not necessarily the idea of bringing things up; it's the timing in which they are brought up and the circumstances surrounding the situation. Because again, like I stated with the XXX situation, that was something that was being actively worked out. That was something that hadn't been settled. So I completely understood how people felt in that. You know what I mean? You can do what you got to do in this situation, and does not seem genuine, because again, like the situation had gotten handled while the man was still alive. He had done this was years ago, and he has done a lot to try to make up for at least somewhat, because you can never completely make up for stuff like that. At least somewhat, trying to make up for the damage that he did, and you know also the things he did for women's basketball and just women in general, things like that. You know what I mean? Again, doesn't 100% make up for the things that happen, but shows that the individual is growing as a person. You know what I mean? Like we all have our demons, and I'm not gonna say that all of those demons are created equal, but again, we all have the right to attempt to make at least somewhat of amends for the stupid shit that we've done in the past. And again, even with that said, I'm again not saying that we cannot have this conversation. It's just that the timing is incredibly interesting. Um, you know what I mean? And I think that's the debate that we see a lot today in social media, and that people, you have one side that wants to be like, we need to bring this up, we need to talk about this, da da da, and then the other side that's just like, my dude, like he's dead, get over it. I'm not really sitting on either side. You know what I mean? Um, but I don't know. There's been a lot of comments recently with I completely forget her name, Gail King, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And Snoop Dogg, you know, he went on live and he cursed her out and said all types of stuff to her. She's gotten death threats and the like, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't see that coming. I mean, or I'm not gonna sit here and say that she deserves it. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand it's one thing to agree with someone; it's a whole nother situation to send death threats to someone, especially because she didn't harm anybody in particular. But I do understand the emotions associated with it. It doesn't make it okay, but the emotions I understand. You know what I mean? Especially somebody like Snoop. I don't know how close he is to Kobe Bryant. So I completely understand his emotions towards it. You know what I mean? It seemed like he came out and apologized. I saw some video floating around. Actually, I didn't even see the video. I saw captions. I'm gonna check this out probably after this video. But yeah, it's never okay to threaten somebody. You know, in any situation. You know what I mean? Whether they're man or female, whether they're male or female, whatever. You just don't threaten people. But yeah, my personal feelings about that situation, as I stated. I know people be like, you know, and there is a time and a place for everything, you know what I mean? Like, you don't show up to someone's funeral and be like, well, this person did this. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you could, but, like, then the reaction to it is you get what you get, you know what I mean? I do agree with, if the sentiment is genuine, I do agree that we always have to speak about situations like that. This always has to be a topic. Always, absolutely always. Has to be a topic. It also has to be brought across respectfully. Otherwise, you're gonna, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but it has to be within. It has to be brought up within context. You know what I mean? You feel me? Because there's real life people affected by the situation, and again, the man did try to do whatever he did. So it's like, at the very least, you know, let the man get in the ground before we have this conversation. But yeah, I don't know if you guys watch basketball or not. It's been a lot of Kobe talk in the past week and some change. People are doing, you know, little things to honor his memory, and you know, I love it. I love it. I just wish that people would have shown that much respect while he was still in the league. And I know he got a ton of respect from players, but like the analysts in particular, that they're just so disingenuous, and it just pisses me off. There's one in particular, I completely forget the guy's name. He just hated on Kobe so much, and then when Kobe died, or towards the end of his career, well, when he died, all of a sudden, you know, he's like, Kobe's this great player and this, that, and the third. I remember watching videos of people saying constantly, oh, Kobe's not even a top 15 player. You know, he's overrated. He was just a chucker and things like that. And that's the thing that I hate about basketball. But you know what? We're going to make that a topic for my next video. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great day. And yeah.
BT. Hey, look, clap for him.